Coffee Chats with Chrissy. So, I just had to come on here again because I think it's wild. I think it's absolutely wild. There are so many people out here that are like business people and they're like influencers and they teach business marketing and sales in a certain way. And it's just wild to me that you can go through most of your career and learn marketing and learn, let's just focus on marketing. You can learn marketing and you can learn all of the marketing things like social media marketing, and you can completely be missing out on other types of like how to do other types of marketing. And you can put so much time and energy into doing things that are harder, like you're actually doing things that are way harder, but people have convinced you it's the easy route. They've convinced you that this is the easy path and that like just do this, and then when it doesn't work out the way that you want it to, until you finally learn how to like master it and get better at it, and it's a skill that you have to learn. But you could learn other skills and other types of marketing that could help you out way better, and other ways to do things that can help you out way better. But people don't know because there's not the education, there's not the information, there's not people talking about it. And a part of the reason that there's not really a lot of people talking about it, um, like because people just don't know, and they do certain things and then they like teach that, and then it's like it's like when you just have that shift and you think about things, because like social media is essentially like you're making a cold call. And I've had that thought, like, because I've done cold calling, I've done thousands of cold calls. And I had that shift happen in my brain a couple, like, weeks ago. And then I thought, like, if I'm doing a cold call, but like, I'm doing a cold call and it's reaching like hundreds of people per post, and I do lots of posts and lots of volume and all this stuff, like, what do I say in that piece of content that, like, gets somebody to want to take action, right? And it's essentially like you're cold calling, where a percentage of the people, like you're only going to get like a small percentage of the people to move, but the majority of people are not going to move. And sure, you're building connection over time, and the more somebody spends time with you, the easier it is for them to decide to buy. But the thing that I feel so dumb about, the thing that I feel so like this just I feel so dumb is, you know how people talk about how like you should do something that people are already doing? They're like, don't try anything new, do what's already like the market already wants, blah 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 blah. So people will give that advice, but they'll also tell you to go on social media and post your social media posts, and like, but the fact of the matter is, like, you're posting on the internet, and I feel so dumb. I had to share. You're posting on the internet, and it's like running advertising, like doing advertising to cold traffic. Sure, the algorithms are now showing to people that are interested in what you're, like, the algorithms show your content to the right people, but it's still cold. It's still like they don't know you. I mean, some like your followers do get your content, but like a lot of it is to new audiences and they don't know you. And so it's essentially like you're doing a cold call. It's essentially like you're doing a, like, a cold call, a cold ad. It's like that. And you just do that on repeat again and again and again. You get followers and they follow you and then blah blah blah. But like you're doing that over and over and over and over and over again. And you're putting out this high volume of content, if you are putting out a high volume of content. And essentially what marketers talk about is that like you're generating demand. You're literally generating demand. So you're telling me I'm posting on these social media platforms, I'm interrupting somebody's day. It doesn't matter if it's cold ad or it's organic post. I'm interrupting somebody's day. They're on these platforms primarily for entertainment purposes. These days, they're on these platforms for entertainment purposes. And good vibes. And I'm interrupting their day. And I'm saying, hey, like, blah blah blah, I'm providing value. I also have this thing. Like, if you want this thing, come shop with me. A percentage of people are going to be ready to buy. A percentage of people are going to feel the vibes and move. And a lot of the times, the sales cycle can be short, but it can also be long. And it's just insane to me because if you actually understand how the internet works and how you use the internet, you go to certain websites when you're ready to buy. You go on social media, sometimes you might do a search and like, but like the majority of it is like you go on social media and you scroll and you get entertained. So I'm just like, I just feel so dumb because I'm like so like the majority of marketing right now is like, it just feels like, oh, I have to become this influencer or build a personal brand and like, be an influencer basically. And I get that. And I'm not saying it's bad or doesn't work or whatever, but it's like, I'm sitting here and I'm having to do this like popularity contest. I'm like having to, like if the vibes are right, you're going to follow. If the vibes are right and I'm providing enough value and all this stuff, like you're going to follow. And anyway, if the vibes are right, I'm going to follow. And it's kind of like this whole like a popularity type of thing. It's like a popularity type of thing. That's the game that you're playing. And like we do all these things to create content that's like super engaging and entertaining and like valuable and all this stuff. And like we do so much. And it's like, what if you could just get in touch with the people that are like ready to buy and that like honestly don't even need that much? That honestly, like in my entire time freelancing for the past 9 years, it's like I started off, I didn't even have testimonials and people wanted to work with me. And that's because of the like how I set up my business and what I did. I didn't sit there and post on social media for several years and try to create demand. Like it's honestly like I just don't understand. Like I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say because like when you hear this and you understand this, you just see business differently. And then it's like people online are talking about how like you need to be doing all of this stuff, but they don't understand that like there are other avenues that work, and they don't talk about it because they've never done it. They don't understand it. And they might not even know it. The only thing that they do know is social media marketing. And they have certain beliefs about like, oh, you need to master this to, be successful with business or whatever. But like there's so many businesses that do other things, but it's not talked about because they're not on here being influencers. There's so much knowledge out there that we just don't know about because they're not on these platforms. They're not on these platforms like talking about it.